A massive fire broke out in Columbia Park yesterday, giving off smoke that could be seen for miles. And a shooting reported nearby causes Richland High School to go into lockdown, but we're now learning it may have happened elsewhere.
And we have a look at your morning conditions, your first alert weather forecast right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Riley, it's an exciting day because it's Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy day. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you. But there are a lot of celebrations happening today and a lot of them are going to be outdoors. What can we expect from the weather?
So the weather, it's going to be a little different than we've seen for the last couple of days. We had some warm days this week, but we're going to be cool, chilly, a little bit rainy as well. We take a look at our forecast outside. It's looking pretty dark. The sun hasn't quite risen yet at this nice 5 o'clock hour, but we are going to be seeing some showers make their way out later today into our afternoon, morning, and further on. Bit of a rainy day today. Our temps have definitely dropped, as I mentioned, and it's a little bit breezy today as well. If we take a look at our Skywatch radar, this is our area for the last couple of hours. We can see some movement that's heading in the northwest away from our area. Shower coverage is going to continue to make its way through for the next couple of hours today. If we take a look at our temps right now, we're staying around the mid 50s. In most of our areas, our temps are not going to be raising much from where they're at now. If we take a look in Yakima, 60 degrees and rainy. Tri-Cities, 59 degrees, a little bit rainy as well, and 56 degrees in Walla Walla. Jill, back to you.
A large fire at Columbia Park burned for hours yesterday after an initial call for help just after 2 p.m. that had fire crews requesting assistance from Pasco's fireboat. Some spots still smoldered as late as 7 p.m. Firefighters blocked off a large portion of Columbia Park Trail. The Kennewick Fire Chief says there was no danger to buildings or people, but it's unclear how the fire started. The search for a suspect accused of shooting a teenager continues. Police still trying to piece together where it all took place after the victim ended up in a Richland ER. Richland police searching the neighborhood adjacent to Richland High School yesterday afternoon because that's what investigators were originally told by the victim. Several schools in the area went on lockdown as a precaution, but then the victim's story changed. Police were told the shooting happened somewhere around Benton City, nowhere near the high schools. Still, community safety remained at the forefront of officers' minds.
The important thing is the safety and security of the students and the community members that are in that general area. So, I think that's probably the paramount thing that they're considering is the overall safety of our community and our kids that are at the school.
The lockdowns were lifted about an hour after the first calls came in. Investigators haven't yet released where in Benton City this shooting happened. RPD says they're working with the Benton County Sheriff's Office to continue this investigation. The teen's injury was not life-threatening. We have an update on the man fatally shot by Yakima police Wednesday. Police previously reported it was a 27-year-old man, but authorities have now identified the man as 39-year-old Sergio Orduna Mata. According to police, 3 YPD officers shot at the man while he was having a mental health crisis on his front lawn and allegedly had a weapon in hand. Police say they asked the man to put down the weapon multiple times, and at some point they fired at him.
The decedent's name is Sergio Orduna Mata. The manner of death is homicide. The cause of death is a gunshot wound to the torso.
Those YPD officers are on administrative leave, and authorities say they'll be releasing the names of the officers and how long they've been with the department soon. Yesterday was the first day of the Symposium on Missing and Murdered Indigenous People, hosted by the Yakima Nation Behavioral Health Victims Resource Program at Legends Casino. Speakers are talking about what's been done so far to address the MMIP crisis, like the Washington State Patrol's Missing Indigenous Persons List or their MIPA alert system. But also about how far they have to go, especially when it comes to making these changes faster.
As a mother of children and girls especially, you look at those delays and you think, yeah, why isn't this faster? Why don't we have enough? And I think it takes asking some of those questions.
Yakama Nation Tribal Council has taken some actions in response to some of those questions, including connecting victims' families with resources, creating a special MMIP committee, and developing a missing persons forum. The symposium wraps up later today at 1 p.m. The city of Kennewick held a ribbon cutting yesterday morning for a new 6 million gallon reservoir and pumping station. The mayor says businesses and residents have identified safe water as their #1 item to be addressed. The water storage reservoir improvements include a new access road, new water transmission mains across the site, the new reservoir and pumping station, and on-site overflow detention basin, and the demolition of the existing reservoir. Public Works Director Carrie Rowe explained that this process took just a few years to complete.
And it took about 3 years to get from start to finish. It was March 2020. We formally completed in March of 2023.
The city says the new infrastructure will benefit the community by providing clean, reliable water and fire protection to residents and businesses. The new pumping station was designed to support another several million-gallon reservoir in the future to accommodate the growing community. It's located at 18th Avenue and Kellogg Street in Kennewick. How often do you know where your food was grown, or how? That's the goal of a West Richland farmer, while ensuring her animals nourish the land, not deplete it. She says this concept isn't anything new. We've heard the term sustainable farming, and now in the egg world, regenerative is taking its place. It's the mission of Pearl Jack Farm. The farm takes a little more work and money, but the owner says practices like pasture rotation will benefit the land, most importantly the soil, in the long run. It's not a new practice, but rather a way of getting back to the roots of agriculture.
It used to be sustainable farming, and then it switched to regenerative. And I think that was a really important mindset shift that happened in our community, where it was like, we're not just trying to be sustainable, we're not just trying to sustain this property, we're actually trying to improve it and get it even a little bit more wild.
Pearl Jack Farm was recently recognized by a national organization, Food Animal Concerns Trust. It awarded her a grant to scale her farming operations. It is Cinco de Mayo, and the Downtown Pasco Development Association and City of Pasco have a whole weekend of events planned to celebrate. Tonight, the celebrations begin with the annual Cinco de Mayo Festival at Peanuts Park on the corner of 4th and Lewis Street in Pasco. The festivities will include traditional dances and food. And on Saturday, the parade begins at 11 a.m., making its way around Volunteer Park, followed by more entertainment at Peanuts Park throughout the day. The Walla Walla Plaza opens today. The public gathering space on 1st Avenue in Walla Walla is complete with water features, shade structures, new trees, and landscaping. It will be open to the public around 1 p.m. today, but a grand opening ceremony for the plaza will take place in June with representatives from the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation. The project was mostly funded through the American Rescue Plan Act of 2021. And Chiawana High School agriculture students are hosting their annual plant sale today and tomorrow. The plants sold during the Pasco and Chiawana High School plant sale events are all grown and cared for by agriculture students throughout the school year. Students gain hands-on experience by planting the baby seedlings at the beginning of the year and using techniques learned in horticulture classes to nurture the plants to full bloom. You can hear more about the program tonight on Cap KVUE Local News. We will return in just a moment, but first Riley joins us for another quick look at weather.
Well, we're going to have a little bit of a cooler day today than we've seen so far, and some showers are on the way. We'll take a look at your conditions for the afternoon, and I'll have your extended forecast. That's coming up.
And last night was Game 2 of the Seattle Kraken Stanley Cup Series against the Dallas Stars. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Keep a flock healthy and happy with the largest selection of Purina around, plus all the equipment you need to keep the farm running right. And we have the best customer service, we really do. Northwest Farm Supply in Hermiston, Prosser, and Othello.
Watch me. Watch me jump, dive, and splash. Put me by a pool, I'll be soaked in a flash. A girl in the water to swim like a fish. Just 2 simple legs, that was my wish. I'm a sea turtle, shark, a seal on a slide. This is my day of fun, with nothing to hide. Watch me. Pioneers in orthotic and prosthetic technology at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Make your first move with battery power made by Steel. Right now, save $50 on the FSA 57 battery trimmer. Real Steel. Find yours.
JC tried Game Flings for the first time the other day and forgot where she was. You can always spot a first-timer. Game Flings with Oxy Boost and Febreze.
There's working you. And then there's chill you. Chill you is more carefree and curious, more present, more relaxed, more fun. Chill you is the best you. There you are. Bring back your chill you with an escape to Coeur d'Alene, the city by the lake. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and Hermiston. Every location is conveniently located, and now Smoke City for Less Hermiston has relocated to North 1st Street by AutoZone. An easy turnoff, $3.95, and you are there. For the lowest prices and largest selection of vape mods, the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Open 7 days a week, 5 locations, Kennewick, Richland, Pasco, West Richland, and the new location in Hermiston, off $3.95. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Smoke City for Less. We are open 7 days a week with now 5 locations.
It is 5:12 on this Friday morning. Welcome back. Last night was the second game of the Seattle Kraken series against the Dallas Stars. And after an overtime win in Game 1, the Kraken were unable to follow it up in this one, trailing the entire game until they eventually fell 4-2 in Dallas. Game 3 will be back in Seattle's Climate Pledge Arena Sunday, May 7th at 6:30 p.m. The Seattle Mariners had the chance to complete the sweep in their 3-game series against the Oakland A's last night, and it would be the bottom of the batting order doing most of the heavy lifting, as Taylor Trammell would belt a 2-run homer to give Seattle a 2-1 lead in the top of the third. He would finish the night with 3 runs batted in. Colton Wong would go 2 for 4 on the night for the other 2 runs, and the Seattle Mariners would finish off the A's 5-3. And on to the basketball court, where one of WSU's finest had himself a night as Klay Thompson and the Warriors attempted to bounce back from their Game 1 loss to LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Thompson would shoulder most of the scoring load last night, putting up 30 points with 8 threes to lead the way to a dominant Warriors win over LA, 127-100. The series now heads to Los Angeles Crypto.com Arena for Game 3. Coming up, we'll tell you about the art of 3 emerging artists in Yakima, one now on her way to Seattle as a finalist in the Emerge East art competition. And Riley Fitzgerald returns with a look at your First Alert forecast.
Steps to a brighter future with Merit Resource Services.
When you are in need of substance abuse disorder treatment and your burdens are too much to bear alone, Merit will help. Our experienced and certified staff offers support recovery for all in need by providing access to quality assessment, education, integrated treatment services, and co-occurring services for substance abuse and behavioral health needs. Merit Resource Services, where we believe in recovery for all.
Make an experience this weekend to Vapiano. Relax in the country, experience the wine, and share in the joy. Vapiano awaits you and your friends. Make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estate and Winery. Slow down, enjoy the journey.
Oh my gosh, Chris Bryant, Freddie Freeman?
hustling in for the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu? Oh, 5 iconic flavors here for a limited time, like new peanut butter puppy chow.
Wow.
And s'mores is back.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow is right.
Hey guys.
Whoa.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. Hustle in before it's gone.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Join us at Geesis Stadium on May 17th for the second annual Salute to Seniors. At 12:30, enjoy an all-you-can-eat and drink buffet before catching the Dust Devils action at 1:30. Don't miss out on this fun-filled day celebrating our beloved seniors.
Breakfast sounds better together, doesn't it? Make it even more special with the hazelnut and cocoa taste of Nutella. Nutella, wake up to wow.
Portion of Cap KVU sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. Now, Cap KVU First Alert Weather.
Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic day. If we take a live look outside in Richland, it's looking like a cloudy morning and it's going to continue to be. Let's get into our full forecast. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We've got a showery Friday ahead of us. Our temps have dropped over the last couple days, and it's going to be a little bit of a breezy one as well. If we take a look at our futurecast, we can see that rain that we're tracking pretty consistent throughout the morning, but as we get into the afternoon, it's going to be a little bit more scattered throughout our day, clearing up by the evening. Lots of cloud coverage. Into Saturday, we're going to be seeing it's clearing up some more until we get into the afternoon. We're going to see some more scattered showers make their way through the area into the evening and throughout our day. On Sunday, getting pretty clear. We're seeing some overnight scattered showers for the next couple of days in most of our areas. If we take a look at our temperatures for today, 55 in Ellensburg, 60 in Yakima. We are seeing the upper 50s and lower 60s in the Mid-Columbia, and in the Blues we are seeing the mid 50-degree temperatures. For our temps for tonight, we are clearing up a little bit for our showers, staying cool in the upper to mid 40s for tonight. Our wind outlook, we're seeing that our wind is pretty high today. We're seeing about 15 to 20 mile per hour winds. They're going to be gusts in about the 25 mile hour range as well, leveling out throughout the rest of our week, staying about 10 miles per hour. If we take a look at our temperature trend, we've got that big drop that's happening today, raising into tomorrow, staying pretty consistent throughout the rest of the week, raising a bit into our midweek. Beautiful week that's ahead of us, feeling like spring. If we take a look at our 7-day forecast, after today, we are raising just a little bit and staying in the 60s for the next couple of days in Yakima, making our way into the 70-degree range. Overnight lows in the 40-degree range. If we take a look in the Tri-Cities, raising quite a bit. Tomorrow, 10 degrees up from today, staying pretty sunny and cloudy for the next couple of days. Monday, we might see some showers as well. 70 degrees as we get into the next week. If we take a look in Walla Walla, big jump as well into tomorrow. Very cool day today, possibly a chance of thunderstorms on Monday, staying up in the upper 60s as we get into the rest of our week, hopefully getting into the 70s as well. For today, it's cool and cloudy, wet and windy. Those are the words that you need to remember for our temps for this Friday. But we're warming up into our weekend. Have a great Friday.
Inspired by nature and each other, 3 emerging artists in Yakima have been collaborating on some unique and meaningful art pieces. Some of those pieces will soon be on their way to an exhibition in Seattle after a showing at the Emerge East competition in Toppenish. In this week's edition of Art Beat, I sit down with the artists who tell me the artist community in Yakima has been a source of support and inspiration. You can see artist Annalee Gresham's love of nature and conservation in her wood-burned pieces.
And I have a series of art that's all on endangered animals of Washington State.
One of her canvas pieces, a tribute to the Columbian sharp-tailed grouse. It's one of 3 pieces she entered in a recent competition.
There's an art competition specifically for Eastern Washington kind of up-and-coming artists. And I made it to the semifinals, and now I'm in the top 10 finalists.
Some of the credit goes to artists Doug and Lynn Lewis, collaborating with Gresham to create 2 of the pieces. Lynn made a pine needle woven lid, and Doug turned the vases. He's been wood turning for 6 years, but still considers himself a beginner and looks to other artists as mentors.
Yakima artists are incredibly open and inviting, and it's part of why I'm doing it, really, is because anything you want to know, they're encouraging, they're inspiring, and like Annalee, she's a go-getter.
Lynn's art is also inspired by the work of others. It's a mix of gourd art, encaustic art, and pine needle coiling.
I'm well known for, as we go hiking, I'm looking around, looking for interesting items in the mountains, on the beaches, wherever.
She also gathers gourds from her garden.
I mean, what do you do with 100 gourds?
Individually, each of these artists are able to create something visually appealing, and together they end up with something none of them could have done by themselves. Annalee will have her pieces on display at Gallery 110 in Seattle through the month of June. As an Emerge East finalist, she's in the running for an Emerging Artist Membership Award, which includes a solo exhibition. Movie theater companies will likely see the biggest impact if the Writers Guild of America strike isn't resolved. Yesterday's report from Moody's Analysis says theaters rely on big-name films to bring in customers. Movie theaters have low credit ratings and less financial flexibility compared to most studio and television network owners, which makes them more vulnerable. Broadcast and television networks could also be impacted if customers opt to cancel their cable or satellite service. The Writers Guild of America is striking over pay, employment levels, and the changing way in which shows and movies are distributed. The strike, which has now finished its 3rd day with no negotiations scheduled, comes at the beginning of the spring writing season for fall shows.
Part of the job for younger writers is to stay on a show for a long time, learn how the craft works, learn how to be on set, learn how to be around actors, learn how to produce episodes, learn how to write better.
And it's great to have all these streamers, but you have no, sustainability. Like, you don't know what you're gonna get, and so it's unreliable.
The coronation of King Charles is tomorrow in a ceremony full of pomp and pageantry. King Charles and Camilla, the Queen Consort, will take part in a procession followed by a ceremony at Westminster Abbey. It's the first British coronation in 70 years. ABC's Inez de la Catara has the preview.
This morning, the UK gearing up for a celebration more than 70 years in the making. King Charles's coronation already drawing royal superfans. More than 1 million people expected to line the streets of London.
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Members of the royal family seen arriving for rehearsals at Westminster Abbey. Princes Louis and George and Princess Charlotte all in tow. Prince Harry will also be attending, though his visit will be short.
Very quick trip for Prince Harry, maybe even just 24 hours in the UK as he flies in, attends that coronation ceremony, skips everything else afterwards and gets on a plane straight back to LA.
On Saturday, the military, led by King Charles's sister Princess Anne, set to put on a show with a procession for their new commander-in-chief.
It's a show not only for the King's armed forces that he's the head of, but also showing the best of Britain and the Commonwealth on the world stage.
Then on Sunday, a star-studded concert. 4-time Grammy winner Lionel Richie, just one of the many artists set to perform.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so to be a part of it is everything.
Meanwhile, officials also beefing up security in what could be the largest security operation in British history, hoping to keep potentially disruptive protesters in check. This after Buckingham Palace went into lockdown on Tuesday when a man allegedly threw what appeared to be shotgun cartridges onto palace grounds. The price tag is raising eyebrows, reportedly costing taxpayers an estimated $125 million.
They could be paying for it themselves.
And over 2,000 guests will attend the coronation inside Westminster Abbey tomorrow. First Lady Jill Biden will be among them, along with other European royals, foreign dignitaries, and public servants. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, an Indiana zoo is offering a $1 million grant to any group that's able to help endangered species back from the brink.
We got 48 hours to take the McGuires down. Let's do this.
Guess this is it.
McGuire! I'm done with you, boy.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
At the Blue Mountain Station Cooperative in Dayton, Washington, we offer you the Pacific Northwest's finest local products, fresh baked goods, locally grown produce, artisan cheese, fresh roasted coffee, wine, honey, and so much more. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
American Idol on ABC.
Watch Sunday at 5 and 8 on ABC Cap KView. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial House Dermatology Center in Benton City.
To start your 4-cheese mac and cheese, you want to put about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan. And then while that's heating up on a medium to medium high heat, we're going to add heavy cream. And you're just going to coat the bottom of the pan. It's about a cup to a cup and a half that we're using here. And we just want the cream to get heated through and the butter to melt before we add our cheese. We use mozzarella, it gives it that nice stringiness. Parmesan, which gives it a salty and nutty flavor. Cheddar, because cheddar, you know, mac and cheese. And then I use a smoked Gouda, and that gives it its smoky, creamy flavor. You have about a 1/4 cup of each cheese in here. But you keep it moving because you don't want to burn your cream. Otherwise, you're going to have a sour milk tasting sauce, and that's not good. We're going to add our pasta. We're using macaroni noodles. This is 7 ounces by weight of cooked pasta. And you can see it's getting all incorporated. The cheeses are melting. Now we're going to turn the heat off. It's okay that everything's not completely melted and combined because this is going to go into the oven. Now we're going to put it into the pan. I'm using an oven-safe disposable pan, and it's perfect for takeout. Breadcrumbs. I'm just using a seasoned breadcrumbs. I like to top my mac and cheese with bacon. Now this is going to go into a 450-degree oven for about 6 minutes. And there's your 4-cheese mac and cheese.
For over 600 different premium cigars, including every cigar rated 95 and higher in the last decade. It's The Educated Cigar. For 115 different fine pipe tobaccos and 55 different briarwood pipes from England, Germany, and Italy. It's The Educated Cigar. For 95 and higher rated wines and White Bluff IPAs, it's The Educated Cigar in Richland.
Portion of Cap KView sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The Indianapolis Zoo wants to help a threatened species, and it's putting its money where its mouth is with a challenge.
It's offering a $1 million grant to a group that can develop and carry out a plan that will have a measurable and sustainable impact on the future of a species. It's inviting field conservationists from around the world to apply. The species they pick must be considered critically endangered, vulnerable, or extinct in the wild.
Pre-applications are due June 4th and a full application is due December 3rd. A panel of international animal conservation experts will choose a winner and announce them in February. The winner has 5 years to implement their program and show progress. That is a huge task.
It's a huge task with a huge reward at the end.
Well, yes, but it's rewarding everyone because it would help bring back a species.
It really would. It would be a fantastic project to work on. Well, I'll have a look at your first alert weather forecast that's coming up. It looks like the sun is finally starting to come up. Still looking like a cloudy morning in Richland. I'll have your first alert weather forecast that's coming up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, with the April employment numbers set to be released, economists believe the job market may be slowing. And the trial surrounding the actions of the Proud Boys extremist group has come to an end, with the Department of Justice reaching a rare conviction.
In today's Tech Bites, Microsoft's Bing chatbot for everybody. Microsoft says users just need to sign into Bing or Edge with your Microsoft account and they will have access to the open preview version of the chatbot. The GPT-4 powered chatbot launched in a private preview in February. And Google will introduce its first foldable phone next week. It is called the Pixel Fold. Specific details are scarce, but reports say the phone measures 5.8 inches, folding out to 7.6 inches. The cost, it's expected to run more than $1,700. And Apple is launching 20 more games to its arcade library. That includes an exclusive co-op Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game called Splintered Fate. Players and their allies can battle enemies while they hunt for Splinter, who's gone missing. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Here's to the very first influencer in your life. Mom. This is how Mom shines. Find the perfect Mother's Day gift at Zales, the Diamond Store.
With Allegra, allergies don't hold us back. Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. And unlike Zyrtec, it won't make us drowsy, so you can live your greatness. And Allegra Hives works from the inside to relieve itching and reduce hives for 24 hours.
I love shopping The RealReal. Gucci,
Louis Vuitton,
Prada,
Hermes,
Dior,
Rolex,
Burberry, Saint Laurent.
Luxury brands up to 90% off retail.
Thousands of new arrivals daily.
The RealReal. Shop now and get 20% off at therealreal.com. Terms apply.
As the April employment numbers prepare to be released, economists are worried about the impact on unresolved debts an unresolved debt ceiling can have on the labor market. And additional Supreme Court justices are under fire after watchdog groups reveal possible conflicts of interest.
And we have a look at your morning conditions, your first alert weather forecast right now.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
And I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
Riley, we've had so much sunshine lately, but I understand things are changing for today.
Things are changing for today. We've got quite a bit of cloud coverage. In fact, if we take a look at our live sky cam in Richland, quite a few clouds that are over our area right now. It's a chilly start to our day. It's actually going to continue like that as opposed to the rest of the week so far. If we take a look at the things that are impacting you, we've got a showery Friday that's ahead of us and continuing from last night into today. Our temps have dropped and it is quite breezy today. If we take a look at our Skywatch radar, we can see the rain that's making its way around our areas to the northwest. It's going to continue into some scattered showers throughout the rest of our day. It's going to be a little bit rainy today. If we take a look at our temperatures right now, we're in the lower to mid 50s. We're going to be raising only just a little bit into the rest of our day. If we take a look at our temps, not much of an increase in our weather as opposed to this morning. 60 degrees and rainy in Yakima, in the Tri-Cities 59 degrees, and in Walla Walla we're going to be 56 degrees, raising a little bit of our temps into the weekend. I'll have more on my full forecast that's coming up.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics is releasing the U.S. monthly employment report for April this morning. Many economists are expecting about 180,000 new jobs were created last month. If so, that would be the smallest monthly gain since December 2019. But there are concerns that many jobs could be lost in the near future if the debt ceiling drama isn't resolved within the next few weeks. John Lawrence reports.
The U.S. economy is dangling close to a cliff.
It's very clear that we're on this unsustainable path fiscally, and it's in our face. It's not 10 years from now. It's not a generation from now. It's now.
Due in large part to the Federal Reserve raising interest rates 10 times since last March, there's been signs of an economic cool down. Another issue, the looming debt ceiling deadline, which according to Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, could be June 1st. Most Republicans support House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's Limit, Save, and Grow Act, which raises the debt limit with spending cuts.
Now, in contrast, President Biden and Biden's Senate Democrats have sat idly by, watching the clock tick down to default by not thoughtfully engaging.
President Biden and White House officials have repeatedly said budget cuts were a non-starter, but now they're open to a temporary fix.
Congressional leaders are going to have to figure out a way to do this. Of course, I'm sure there'll be conversations about the length.
And while this battle continues in the Beltline,
Recession risks are uncomfortably high. I'd say a majority of economists, many CEOs and investors firmly believe that a recession is likely over the next 12 to 18 months.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Top congressional leaders, including House Speaker McCarthy, are scheduled to discuss the debt limit with President Biden at the White House on Tuesday. We are learning 2 Supreme Court justices did not recuse themselves from cases involving a publishing company that has paid them in lucrative book deals. In 2 separate copyright infringement cases concerning the publishing conglomerate Penguin Random House, the court declined to take appeals in the cases in 3 instances, beginning in 2013. Liberal Justice Sonia Sotomayor did not recuse herself in both cases. She's been paid millions of dollars from the publisher over the years. Conservative Justice Neil Gorsuch, who joined the court after the first case, also did not recuse himself in the second case. He's received hundreds of thousands of dollars in book deals with the publisher. In both cases, Penguin Random House kept its wins at the lower court level. The Supreme Court has come under intense scrutiny in recent weeks after a series of reports on ethical lapses among some justices related to a lack of transparency on their financial disclosures. Watchdog groups have been especially focused on the court's recusal practices. It's an area they say is ripe for reform because there's no mechanism to make sure a justice won't participate in a case in which they might have a conflict. This morning, stunning new convictions in connection to January 6th. A jury found the former leader of the Proud Boys and 3 more members of that extremist group guilty of seditious conspiracy. Federal prosecutors made the case that they plotted the U.S. Capitol attack to keep former President Trump in office even after losing the 2020 election. ABC's Justin Finch with more.
More than 2 years after the January 6th Capitol attack, the Department of Justice winning a rare seditious conspiracy conviction for members of the far-right group, the Proud Boys.
The Department of Justice very rarely charges seditious conspiracy. It's a political crime, and I call it treason's cousin. It's a crime against the state. The government is the victim.
Defense attorneys countering that former President Donald Trump is to blame, referring to his words that day.
We fight like hell, and if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
The DOJ's case, the Capitol attack plot, was an 11th hour attempt to keep Trump in power by preventing Congress from certifying Joe Biden as the 2020 presidential election winner. The government arguing Proud Boys members Ethan Nordine, Joseph Biggs, Zachary Rehl, and ex-leader Enrique Tarrio saw themselves as Donald Trump's army, thirsting for violence and organizing for action. DOJ lawyers say Tarrio coordinated the Capitol attack from his phone, texting Proud Boy members, "Don't expletive leave." The jury also acquitting Proud Boys member Dominic Pizzola of seditious conspiracy, but convicting him of several other felonies. The Justice Department already counting more than 600 criminal convictions tied to January 6th.
That the Justice Department will do everything in its power to defend the American people and American democracy.
Those Proud Boy convictions follow seditious conspiracy convictions for Oath Keepers founder Stuart Rhodes and 5 other members of that extremist group. That charge carries a prison sentence of up to 20 years. Well, Riley Fitzgerald is here now with a look at your forecast.
It's going to be a bit of a cloudy day. We're already seeing that on our sky cam today. The clouds are going to continue a little bit into our evening. Scattered showers are going to make their way out of our area, but we are going to see some rain this morning. More details about what to expect coming in your First Alert forecast.
Plus, the first RSV vaccine has been approved for public use after nearly 6 decades of research. What you should know about the RSV vaccine next.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months plus $1,500 purchase allowance on an XT5 and XT6 when you finance through Cadillac Financial.
I can't wait to take the iconic American Idol stage.
Ed Sheeran and Alanis Morissette join Luke at the judges' table. Surprise! And your vote decides who makes the top 5.
Do not miss it.
American Idol live coast to coast, Sunday on ABC.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
Breakfast sounds better together, doesn't it? Make it even more special with the hazelnut and cocoa taste of Nutella. Nutella, wake up to wow.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? Downy Unstoppables In-Wash Scent Boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppables In-Wash Scent Boosters.
Want to leave works all day so I can keep working my magic. Just want to leave. 12 hours of uninterrupted arthritis pain relief. Aleve, who do you take it for?
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. We're happy you're here. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. One of my favorite things is our lemon ricotta pancakes, topped with blueberries and powdered sugar and butter, and oh my, they are so delicious. You gotta try our 4 cheese mac and cheese or burgers. Some say they're the best in town. We love to get to know each customer that comes in, and we want you to feel like family when you're with us.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, 1 sec. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Cap KView.
Welcome back. After 6 decades of research, the world's first vaccine to protect older adults against RSV has been greenlit by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Mandy Gaither has more on what you need to know about this vaccine and others that may be soon on the way.
The past RSV season was rough, with the virus spreading at unusually high levels, putting those most vulnerable at risk.
The manifestations for both very young infants and older adults, especially those with respiratory conditions, can be quite severe and sometimes deadly.
Now the FDA has approved the world's first vaccine to protect against RSV, designed to be given as a single shot to adults 60 and older. It could be available for seniors as soon as this fall, pending a recommendation from advisors to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. That committee meets in June.
Trying to nip it in the bud with prevention or reducing the severity before it even occurs is how we make changes in our public health.
The results of a large clinical trial of the vaccine show it's 83% effective at preventing lower respiratory tract disease caused by the virus and 94% effective at preventing severe disease in seniors. Cleveland Clinic geriatrician Kenneth Concelia says the vaccine will have a big impact on future RSV seasons.
It can make a real difference, especially targeting vulnerable, susceptible patients.
3 other RSV vaccines for older adults are also in the final phases of testing, along with one that could potentially protect young children. The FDA is reviewing Pfizer's maternal vaccine to protect infants and is expected to make a call on that one by the end of August. Coming up, new body cam footage has been released of the traffic stop used as probable cause to bring in the man suspected of murdering 4 University of Idaho students. And we'll return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast. That's next.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you. Which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
What did you find when you lost the weight?
I found my smile.
I found I could eat, really eat. Jenny just makes it simple. Simple.
Learn how to get a free week of food with Purchase. Jenny Craig, lose the weight. Find yourself.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
The LG Wash Tower. Redefine laundry in half the space.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Did you know that Astria Health offers the latest technology in robotic surgery with the Da Vinci Xi? Robotic surgeries are more precise and less invasive than even laparoscopic surgeries. There is less blood loss during surgery, and patients heal more quickly, getting them back to living life sooner. Ask your primary care provider for a referral to General Surgeon Dr. Ernesto Dizon or Dr. Manuel Ibanez at Astria Sunnyside Hospital to learn more. Astria Health, always here.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry. Load up, wolves! Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Now, Cap KVUE First Alert weather.
Welcome back, everyone, and thanks for joining us. We're starting with a cloudy morning. We're looking through the Columbia Point Skycam in Richland. Let's get into our full forecast. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. We've got a showery Friday ahead of us. Our temps have dropped over the last couple days, and it's going to be a little bit of a breezy one as well. If we take a look at our futurecast, we can see that rain that we're tracking pretty consistent throughout the morning, but as we get into the afternoon, it's going to be a little bit more scattered throughout our day, clearing up by the evening. Lots of cloud coverage. Into Saturday, we're going to be seeing it's clearing up some more until we get into the afternoon. We're going to see some more scattered showers make their way through the area into the evening and throughout our day. On Sunday, getting pretty clear. We're seeing some overnight scattered showers for the next couple of days in most of our areas. If we take a look at our temperatures for today, 55 in Ellensburg, 60 in Yakima. We are seeing the upper 50s and lower 60s in the Mid-Columbia, and in the Blues we are seeing the mid 50-degree temperatures. For our temps for tonight, we are clearing up a little bit for our showers, staying cool in the upper to mid 40s for tonight. Our wind outlook, we're seeing that our wind is pretty high today. We're seeing about 15 to 20 mile per hour winds. They're going to be gusts in about the 25 mile hour range as well, leveling out throughout the rest of our week, staying about 10 miles per hour. If we take a look at our temperature trend, we've got that big drop that's happening today, raising into tomorrow, staying pretty consistent throughout the rest of the week, raising a bit into our midweek. Beautiful week that's ahead of us, feeling like spring. If we take a look at our 7-day forecast, after today, we are raising just a little bit and staying in the 60s for the next couple of days in Yakima, making our way into the 70-degree range. Overnight lows in the 40-degree range. If we take a look in the Tri-Cities, raising quite a bit tomorrow, 10 degrees up from today, staying pretty sunny and cloudy for the next couple of days. Monday, we might see some showers as well. 70 degrees as we get into the next week. If we take a look in Walla Walla, big jump as well into tomorrow. Very cool day today, possibly a chance of thunderstorms on Monday, staying up in the upper 60s as we get into the rest of our week, hopefully getting into the 70s as well. For today, it's cool and cloudy, wet and windy. Those are the words that you need to remember for our temps for this Friday, but we're warming up into our weekend. Have a great Friday.
Body camera video obtained by CNN shows the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students being pulled over by police during a traffic stop back in October. A Washington State University officer pulled over Brian Kohberger on October 14th for improperly stopping in an intersection. It happened about a month before Kohberger allegedly killed 4 University of Idaho students. Kohberger tells the officer that he's from a rural area in Pennsylvania where he doesn't have to worry about blocking crosswalks. The officer then checks out Kohberger's information, informs him of the law, and lets him go. That traffic stop was cited in a probable cause affidavit after Kohberger's arrest. He's charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder in the fatal stabbings of Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. Kohberger could face the death penalty if found guilty. When we come back, the Kentucky Derby is set for this weekend, but one of its most popular annual events kicks off just a few days earlier. We'll tell you all about Champions Day next.
Riding a motorcycle is a great way to travel, but if someone turns in front of you, you're in the danger zone. If you've been hurt in an accident, find out what your rights are under the law. Call Allen Brecky Law Offices.
Hepatitis C? Don't just treat it, crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it with Mavorite.
Cure it with Mavorite. Mavorite cures all types of Hep C.
In only 8 weeks.
The virus multiplies daily and can damage the liver over time. Mavorite stops Hep C and cures it. If you've had hepatitis B, it may flare up and cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you've had Hep B, a liver or kidney transplant, other liver problems, HIV, other medical conditions, and all your medicines. Do not take Mavorite with atazanavir or rifampin. Report right away yellow skin, stomach pain or swelling, confusion and bleeding or bruising.
Hep C, crush it with Mavorite.
Conquer it with Mavorite.
Cure it in only 8 weeks. See Hep C gone with Mavorite.
Ask your doctor about Mavorite. AbbVie could help you save.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book at Bi-Mart.com. It's 16 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for spring planting and gardening, pet supplies, and more. At Bi-Mart, our members get more value every day.
Having a tough time finding the right vehicle at the right price? Don't worry. At Spec Buick GMC, we've got it. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned truck, affordable SUV, or a quality pre-owned sedan, we've got it. How about low interest rates and the best prices? When it comes to great deals, we've got it. Visit us today on Sandifer Parkway off the Road 100 exit in Pasco and see for yourself. Spec Buick GMC, a family automotive tradition since 1912.
Doug.
It's nice to unwind after a long week of telling people how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Showtime. Woo! I'm on fire tonight. Yes! Limo, you're a natural.
We're not counting that.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Steps to a brighter future with Merit Resource Services.
When you are in need of substance abuse disorder treatment and your burdens are too much to bear alone, Merit will help. Our experienced and certified staff offers support recovery for all in need by providing access to quality assessment, education, integrated treatment services, and co-occurring services for substance abuse and behavioral health needs. Merit Resource Services, where we believe in recovery for all.
Like compound interest, our legal experience grows on a daily basis. Counting me, we have over 100 years in experience representing accident victims. Call us if you need help.
Call 735-0546.
Live with Kelly and Mark today at 9 on Cap KView.
Welcome back, everyone. We're taking a look close to home. 55 degrees in Ellensburg. It's especially breezy in the Ellensburg area today. 60s in for the Yakima area. Lots of light showers throughout our day, getting more scattered throughout. Around 60 degrees for the Mid-Columbia. Nice and cool day today, and in the Blues, we are seeing the upper 50s. We'll have a look at your extended weather forecast. That's coming up.
Fans are flocking to Louisville this week for this weekend's Kentucky Derby, but one of the most popular events happens several days earlier.
It's called Champions Day. Crowds are smaller and ticket prices are too. Conroy Deluche reports.
Get out there! It may be hump day at the office, but at Churchill Downs, there's money riding on every race. Yes. And hopefully something to celebrate.
Happy Derby!
Because those mint juleps taste just as refreshing.
I've had 2 or 3, but this is definitely the best.
And the fashion.
Silks, because it's Derby time.
Just as bold.
It's awesome because it's not too crowded and it's fun.
Even though it's only Wednesday. A lot of Louisville veterans, but there's a lot of people from out of town too.
This year is like the best.
Wes is from Henderson, a quick day trip.
I go to college with her, so I'm here visiting.
While Peyton is from Louisville, we found out that Bryn is from Minnesota. Is this everything you thought it was going to be?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
South Louisiana, just south of Lafayette. I've had great experiences here over the years.
But the farthest distance we found,
California!
That's my friend.
Belongs to Maureen Brennan, a veteran with some advice.
The secret is out on Friday now, so you've got to back into it and go on Wednesday.
Prices and the track itself may change, but Tina Allen says she enjoys coming back every year for the horses and...
We meet great people. Yeah, and I like that.
And on Wednesday, Churchill Downs also celebrated the 50th anniversary of Secretariat's Triple Crown win. The Kentucky Derby will be run tomorrow. I love the hats. That's probably my favorite part of all of that is the fancy hats and you get to see what people are wearing.
I was going to say everything is so bright and bold. Very different from our weather today, actually. We take a look outside live. It's looking a little not so bright out right now. Got a lot of cloud coverage. And I'll have more about what to expect for the rest of your day. That's coming up.
Plus, a massive fire breaks out in Columbia Park with a plume of smoke that could be seen for miles. And a shooting reported in a nearby neighborhood causes Richland High School to